What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And of course, I got some new news for you concerning Keith "One-Time" Thurman. And once again, Keith Thurman has called out Manny Pacquiao. He's made it known that he disagrees with the rankings. You know, he states because he has two belts, the WBA and the WBC. And Manny Pacquiao has the WBO. His complaint was, why is Manny Pacquiao over him? You know, why is his ranking above him? So he disagrees with the rankings, and rightfully so, because the guy is earning his stripes like Keith Thurman has been doing. And Manny Pacquiao is parading around because of what he did from yesteryear. And it's nothing to take away from what Manny Pacquiao did in his career, but to rank him above Keith "One-Time" Thurman, I would agree with Keith "One-Time" Thurman. But besides the rankings, that doesn't really matter. What does matter? The competition. The competition is Keith "One-Time" Thurman wants to fight Manny Pacquiao. Let's make that fight happen. You know, not Jeff Horn. No prolong. Manny Pacquiao doesn't have time for that. You know what I mean? Time is the essence. We found that out today, with Charlie Murphy, R.I.P. Charlie Murphy, famous actor and comedian, older brother of Eddie Murphy, died today. Moments out, not moments, but hours after making his last tweet, he died today, right? And that tells you that time is precious. You shouldn't be wasting your God-given talents on guys like Jeff Horn that no one has heard of. Where you got a guy that's a champ, Keith Thurman, outspoken, dedicated, focused, young, hungry, strong, wants to fight you, wants to unify the belts. Why not? Let's unify the belts. If Manny Pacquiao is still fighting at that elite level, he should get back into the ring with someone worth a damn. You know what I mean? He doesn't necessarily have to fight Keith "One-Time" Thurman. He really doesn't, because I know he really wanted to fight Amir Khan. I know that's what Manny Pacquiao wanted, but his boss didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? And again, I keep saying again and again, his boss is the reason for a lot of fights not being made, which is Bob Arum. Because he's just too old, and he's trying to somewhat protect Manny Pacquiao because he's had a long living relationship with Manny Pacquiao, from the ups, the downs, the whatevers, right? So I understand Bob Arum trying to give him fights like Jeff Horn, but he's doing him more harm than good. He's like Mickey from Rocky, right? Those fights that Rocky was taking were fixed. They were hand-picked. This is a hand-picked fight. Let's face it, guys. This is what it is. And Manny Pacquiao knows it. He knows he'll go in there and beat Jeff Horn. He knows he will go in there and he has 90% of chance of beating, or 99.9999 chance of beating Jeff Horn, because that's the type of competition that he's up against, But why would you want to worry about a guy like that when you can fight someone like Keith "One-Time" Thurman, when you have this remaining talent that refuses to go anywhere? It's not promised tomorrow what that's going to do. He could go in there and fight Jeff Horn and find out, well, damn, I'm not even the same fighter that I was when I fought Jesse Vargas, or when I fought Bradley for the third time. You see what I'm saying with this? You know where I'm going with this, guys? Because this is real. When you got guys that are calling you out, I hear so many times, countless times again, how guys get older, and what's that one thing they wish for? The one thing they wish for is, man, I wish I was at a certain age again, and I can do what I used to do. I know I can do in here. But you can't do it because your body is not allowing you to do that. See what I'm saying? But Keith "One-Time" Thurman, this is really dedicated to him simply because he's calling out, he's doing what he's supposed to do as a young, strong fighter that is on the midst of unifying, or on the journey to unifying the welterweight championship belts. And that's what it's about. It's about fighting the best. You know what I'm saying? And then if Manny don't want none, just step down, bro. Give it up. You know what I mean? Give up the belt. Because Keith one-time Thurman, he calls him out. He wants to lay hands on him. That's how you do a guy like Manny Pacquiao. You know, you call him out. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he's an outspoken guy. Got to take my hat off to Keith one-time Thurman because he's doing what he's supposed to do as a fighter. A fighter with a reputation of stopping other fighters. A fighter with a reputation of, you know, taking on the best guys. You know what I'm saying? But Manny Pacquiao, he's fighting Jeff Horn or whatever, you know, and you know, that fight's going to be what it is. You know, I feel it's totally unnecessary 100%. However, you know, it's happening. Bob Arum set this up. Bob Arum's orchestrating this. Bob Arum is doing a lot of this, you know, uncanny things, you know what I mean? And it's uncanny by being typical. It's typical of Bob Arum, you know. He should have faith in, if he doesn't have faith in Manny Pacquiao to fight the best guys, let's stop fronting. Let's just stop fronting. Because this is what it is. You know, Keith Thurman also stated he would give Danny Garcia a rematch. You know? And that would be a fight that would normally be the fight that would take place. You know what I'm saying? That would be the fight that could take place and more than likely will take place because Danny Garcia, he wants his reckoning. He wants his rematch, you know. And I feel that Keith one-time Thurman should give it to him. But I can't doubt him for wanting Pac-Man, you know. And this is not really the first time he's mentioned Pac-Man. You know what I'm saying? He's done what he's supposed to do in the sport of boxing. He's charismatic. He's well-spoken. He punches with mean intentions. He has a good ring IQ. You know, and what else do you want from the kid? You know what I'm saying? He wants to be great, so give him that opportunity. You know, if Manny Pacquiao can't do it and he knows he can't beat, there will be no shame of him being beat by Keith one-time Thurman. Or vice versa. If Manny Pacquiao goes in there and still have the speed and the skills to fight and to beat Keith Thurman, that'll take his 28-1, right? There's no shame in that. Let it be. But it has to be done on even playing fields, not a bunch of perks here because of the A side and the B side, or I'm ranked higher than you, or I'm more popular than you. All that's BS, bro. All that's BS. You know, it's can Manny Pacquiao go in there and compete with a young, strong, hungry guy like Keith one-time Thurman? That's what it comes down to. That's all it comes down to. You know what I mean? And it, you know, guys, you know, Bob Arum, you know, trying to protect him. If he's trying to protect him, that's cool. Once again, you know. But if Manny Pacquiao wants to really get on that level, because I would really love to see him retire. I wouldn't want him to really go get beat up because I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan. Regardless of you Pac-tards, I don't care about you Pac-tards. I know what that means. You are just overly fanatical about Manny Pacquiao, and he can do superhuman things, and he cannot. Because once you get a certain age, you're done. It depends on what you've done with your body, how you preserve yourself, how you can condition yourself. That's what it has to do with in this situation. So, yes, I would love to see Manny Pacquiao make one last hoorah. But his one last hoorah from knocking down Timothy Bradley and solidifying the deal of being that particular winner in that saga. Okay? You know what I mean? In Juan Manuel Marquez, that's a totally different story. You know, but he did that. I was satisfied with that. Please sit down. Please go home. Please do your job back home in the political seat. Please do that. You know, but that didn't happen. That did not happen. Now he's fighting Jeff Horn as somewhat of a tune-up. I don't know what Bob Arum is doing. I think he's thinking about money in an easy way and not trying to get Manny Pacquiao hurt. That's what I honestly believe because it's in Australia. Jeff Horn, you know, Australia is a big boxing place because it is a British and UK-funded place. And in the UK, you know, boxing is alive and well. So, of course, it would sell. You know what I'm saying? It would sell in a lot of places like Macau, China. You know what I mean? They know they done that strategically to make money. And Bob Arum's trying to make money and low risk. I can't be mad at him for that reason. But I can be mad at him because you still have a guy that wants to prove his legacy, not make money. Manny Pacquiao showed what he does with money when he fought Floyd Mayweather. He bought thousands of houses for people in the Philippines, for families that didn't have houses. Or if they had houses, there weren't those type of houses that he was building for them. I get it. It's not about Manny Pacquiao with money. It's about legacy. He's trying to prove to the public that he has legacy. And I don't know what it is with Bob Arum fighters that are just so damn loyal. Look at Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is the creme de la creme of boxing right now. He's that kind of guy that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was. You know, but he won't make a stand like Floyd Mayweather Jr. I don't know. I hope he doesn't have some kind of get out subliminal implant in these boxers' mind that shows them that they can't do anything else. Look what he did to Mikey Garcia. He didn't fight for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And I hope it's not the case, because it seems like to me that the top fighters are not really eager to go anywhere and to make their own claim like a guy like Floyd Mayweather is. You know, and I'm not saying, Papa Arum don't take care of him. I'm not saying it at all. But what I am saying is that, like, his best fighters, Lomachenko, Terrence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, these guys are not going anywhere. And I just kind of question, I mean, he has to have something either on him or just, he just treats them that good for them to want, for Manny Pacquiao, just coming off a win from a guy that had a pretty decent record, Jesse Vargas, to fight Jeff Horn. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? But, to elaborate on that, that's done. Back to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman more than likely would fight Danny Garcia before he fights Manny Pacquiao. I think that's a fantasy fight simply because it'll be blamed on all the scheduled conflicts and the scheduled times. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. If Thurman fights Pacquiao, I would be very, very, very surprised. But that's not likely, guys. That's not likely to happen. But I have to take my hat off to Keith one-time Thurman for at least stating what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Because it's time for, yes. Did he beat Sean Porter? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Did he beat Guerrero? Yes. He beat a lot of better guys than Guerrero. He's proven himself now. But with those particular 2 wins, did he beat Danny Garcia? Yes, he did. And he wants to be the creme de la creme of the welterweight division. You know what I mean? And I can't be mad at him at the end of the day. That's what he deserves. But some people, like Manny Pacquiao, that has done so much in the boxing community, in the boxing world, right? For his legacy, he needs to give that opportunity like he once gave that opportunity. If Manny Pacquiao feels that he can beat Keith one-time Thurman, he should give him a shot. And if Keith one-time Thurman knocks him out, he should retire, just like Floyd Mayweather. Just like Oscar De La Hoya did when Manny destroyed Oscar De La Hoya with his little self. You know what I'm saying? With the speed and his punching power. And it really wasn't his punching power, because Oscar De La Hoya, despite what people say, can take a good punch. But guess what? He couldn't take that many punches unanswered. The ones that he did not see. You know what I'm saying? But what happened, the torch was passed to Oscar De La Hoya. To Manny Pacquiao. So Manny Pacquiao deserves to do that same courtesy to Keith one-time Thurman. Let the fight happen. Win, lose, or draw. He will get credit for just taking the fight at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So, yeah, shots have been fired against Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is calling out a lot of people. If not Manny Pacquiao, because that is kind of far-fetched because of this Jeff Horn, cinder block in the whole equation. But he did call out Danny Garcia again. You know what I'm saying? So he's proven that he's a true champion. He's proven that he's not that person that's all about money. He's about legacy. You know what I'm saying? So I look forward to see what develops in this particular situation, man. That's what I look forward to saying. But you will hear it here. One of the first guys that will commentate whatever news that will go down. But this is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.